The Timbers stand tall at Providence Park.
Is a team capable of winning MLS Cup? Absolutely.
Tor Aronson crossing into the middle for Castellanos, who scores! New York City has the lead! Moreno! It bounces in off the back of Ochoa! Crank up the bustle once again! Charles Magno! New York City FC have turned it around! The MLS Cup is out! Let's go!
New York City, baby.
Dude, these guys are ready for a party, man.
So who would get their hands on MLS Cup in 2021? It was home advantage for the Western Conference champions, the Portland Timbers. Their only previous title came back in 2015. Ironically, the same year New York City FC arrived on the scene in Major League Soccer. The Eastern Conference trophy was their first ever piece of silverware, but this was the one that meant more than any other. And Providence Park had never hosted MLS Cup before, a housewarming that was not to be missed.
Welcome to the city of Portland. We're excited to be able to host MLS Cup. It is a dream come true. You as a coach, as a player, when you start the season, there's no better thing than hosting MLS Cup. Of course, winning it's more important than anything else.
You know, we're on a great run. We've done so well as a team. So, I mean, we want to bring this home for our fans and the team first and foremost. We won MLS's back last year, which is a good finals experience, but, you know, it's business as usual.
I think I'm very fortunate as a coach to have a group of players that have been here before, that they have experience, and we have a lot of times, our talk is to make sure that we're always very balanced emotionally in everything that we do.
These moments is what you live for. That's special. That's why you do these jobs, to achieve something together with a fantastic group and a great club, supporters, and hopefully it's coming more.
For us, we're always putting our best foot forward, trying to win every single game, stepping on the pitch. This run has just been symbolic of the work ethic and commitment of the group to get it right. We want to look to put those 8 games together and make it 9, because now we understand the moment and understand what we've been working so hard for.
We will do everything in our power to win and to take the trophy home to New York. That's of course our goal. It's about our performance, and we have that confidence. We know that if we're performing well, we are beating anybody.
Commentary of MLS Cup 2021 comes from Stuart Robson and Dan Roebuck.
Let's check out the teams for you. Well, Sebastian Blanco is fit to start. A real surprise given the hamstring injury he sustained just a fortnight ago. The other surprise inclusion in the starting lineup is George Foshive, who was only previously used as a sub in the playoffs. The third change sees Darren Asprilla return after suspension. It's 4-2-3-1 for the Timbers, with Felipe Mora as the central striker. Tati Castellanos is back for New York City FC after missing the conference final win over the Philadelphia Union due to a ban. Gudmund Tor Aronson is preferred at left back to Multi Amundsen, who drops to the bench, as does Ebert. It's also 4-2-3-1 for the visitors, with Maxi Morales as the number 10 in behind Golden Boot winner Castellanos. Final check from our matchday officials. For the title, it is the Portland Timbers versus New York City FC. You're with Dan Roebuck and Stuart Robson. Stuart, a clash of footballing cultures and styles. This is a match-up to savour.
Well, it certainly is. Portland Timbers like to play counter-attacking football, but they do get the ball into their front players quite quickly.
This is Maxi Morales with a shot. Well, it's a comfortable save, but a sighter inside the opening 25 seconds, and Steve Clark will have remembered what happened back in 2015 when he conceded after 27 seconds. Here, he takes no chances.
And just going back to it, New York City FC like to play on the front foot. They play a high-pressing game. They like to control possession.
This is Sands to motor forward. Alfredo Morales will play it over to the left-hand side, curl back in. Awkward header from Bravo, but Morales will keep it in play. This is Maxi Morales to curl back towards the far post. Ricochets around, Tati Castellanos lurking, so is Medina. Here it is, Jesus Medina, the flick back towards Maxi Morales. Oh, and Tati Castellanos stretching to that one. Maybe caught in two minds whether to throw himself at that for a diving header or try and get a foot to it.
A lovely bit of play. Bravo had a problem clearing the ball. Look at this little 1-2 here. Medina with the back flick. Was he going for goal or was he crossing it? I think he might have been trying to chip it over the goalkeeper into the far corner, but Castellanos couldn't quite get there. He was aware of what was going on. But it's not just his goals, his general play, his link-up play has been excellent, Castellanos.
Greater control, shows a little bit to Bravo, but strong enough to retain possession. As he was then, Bravo sticks to his task, brings down the New York City FC fullback.
He's very competitive, Bravo. He has committed one or two challenges that should have been penalised earlier than that one.
Defence and attack line up just inside the penalty area. Up goes the signal from Maxi Morales. Outswinger towards the far post, nodded down and in! Tati Castellanos, who else? With the header to strike first in MLS Cup 2021 for New York City FC. Ronnie Dyler's side have the advantage.
Well, it's a good delivery into the box. The header looked to be a good one, but really, Clark has to do a lot better there. That's a poor error by the goalkeeper. He let it slip through his grasp.
That's a little loose. Mora for Blanco. Sebastian Blanco lines one up.
Yeah, Johnson, I think, just took his hand out the way, knew he was going wide, but there's the threat. New York City FC gave the ball away, cheaply in midfield. Good judgment from Johnson.
Well, Timber's Army are trying to crank this one up. Timber Joey hasn't been called in to crank up the chainsaw just yet. Don't rule it out. Usually good for a goal or two at home. They've netted in their last 14 at Providence Park. Oh, that's a little clumsy from Chara, and it's a free kick in a very, very dangerous area.
Well, Diego Chara can moan all he likes, but Castellanos got to the ball first. He flicked it round the corner. So it's a dangerous challenge or a bad one, but it looks like being a foul.
Maxi Morales for New York City FC! Well, does that strike the crossbar, or does Steve Clark just tip it away onto the frame of the goal?
Well, it's a very good free kick. Goes round the wall and over it. Not sure that he does get a touch. Maybe fingertips onto the bar. That's what the referee thought. Anyway,
Morales to take the corner. Delivery has been good in situations like this throughout the campaign, and he served up one assist for Castellanos, and it comes again! Flicked on, but no one can get the definitive touch, as Callens and Shano both threw themselves with that. Castellanos as well.
Well, here's a great little flick at the near post. Callens can't quite get there. He probably had the better of the chance, Callens.
Chara to swing in, glancing header ricochets around the claiming handball here. Mabiala is there to try and recycle. Bravo with a hit into a clutch of blue shirts and then given away. Well, certainly one or two things to take a look at there. Mora onto the arm of Shano.
Yeah, but it comes off his knee first. That's the difference. It comes off his thigh onto his arm. I'm not sure there's too much he could do about that. Some would say his arm was in an unnatural position, but I'm not sure how you can always quantify that.
Sands to play back, Johnson to go long, flat trajectory, gives it away, Paredes controls, Medina pushes him over, free kick, Portland Timbers.
That's a tactic they've got to stop using. New York City FC, when they could pass the ball or play it forward, they're going back to their goalkeeper, who then has to kick it, and that's when they're giving possession away, and it's coming straight back at them.
Curled in, Mora! Oh! Does he get a touch on that at all? I'm not quite sure he does. Was that the chance?
Oh, should he have got a touch on it? He's onside. That's poor defending. Probably just a fraction too far in front of him. Should be throwing himself at that.
Shada. Moreno. Bravo again. Men in green filtering forward inside the area. And Mora's header. Well, in behind Callens.
Well, what you don't expect him to do is win a ball in the air against Callens here. Callens just misjudges it. Gets underneath it, then can't get the jump in. That's half a chance for Mora.
The advantage is slender, but it's always felt like it's going to be enough, unless Mora underneath this one might get away from Chano, who stumbles and slips, but Mora's pointing in the wrong direction. Jimmy Chara, Moreno, 5 in green inside the penalty area. Moreno can't get the cross in, but can win a corner. This is it, now or never. No second chances here for the Timbers.
Well, Clark coming up. Can he get on the end of it?
Moreno with the delivery. Then it comes, it doesn't beat the first man, it's cleared away. Clark will look to try and recycle. That's at rather than to Moreno, but it will be a throw-in.
Tajiri could have made a better clearance and got that down the field.
Moreno again, Chara. This is Bravo, flick back towards Jimmy Chara inside the area. Mabiala lays it down, yes, Goda! Making another goal, into the corner! Felipe Mora wheels away! And with just seconds on the clock, the Portland Timbers are level! Incredible at Providence Park! Never say die! The Timbers won! NYCFC won! Can you believe it?
Well, he hasn't done much right today, Mora. The centre-forward, hardly been involved in the play. But New York City had a chance to clear the ball down the line. They kicked it out of play, and the ball was always going to come back into the box. And it was just a case of numbers. And what a good finish in the end. Certainly no foul, I don't think, by Mabiala. That's what New York City are claiming. That's not going to be changed. We're going to extra time here.
Underway for the first period of extra time at Providence Park. And those supporters who were sinking lower and lower in their seats as the beer dried up and the tears just began to flow. Up popped Felipe Mora. Valeri for Paredes. Still Paredes. The clipped cross has got too much on it. No one far post. Moreno. Feels like a different game, doesn't it? Suddenly it's the Timbers doing all the pressing, all the work. This is Jimmy Chara. Back out towards Paredes, and Johnson called into making a save.
Good effort from Paredes. Comfortable save for Johnson.
All the forward play now from the Portland Timbers as Zuparic goes down and Tajuri Shradi is a little late.
Well, they look the more likely side now, Portland Timbers.
Valeri to hoist towards that back post, and they're coming in numbers here. Got the final touch on that, Paredes round the back.
Well, for about 75, 80 minutes, every ball that came into the box, Chano or Callens were getting the clearances in. Now it's Portland Timbers that are being first to the ball. Always difficult to get that on target. They believe.
Oh, that's clever from Felipe Mora. Jimmy Chara looking for Niasgoda. Back towards Jimmy Chara. Might open up for him here. This is Diego Valeri! What a story that would have been.
What a chance as well. Right on the edge of the box. Niasgoda does well. Jimmy Chara, who started the move off, just toe pokes it to him. Just slices across it. Always rising. Poor effort in the end.
Talas Magno. On towards Gray on the right-hand side. Might have time for a shot here. Clark just pushes it out. It's not completely clear. It is now. Niasgoda will pick it up. There's a breakaway on here for the Pole. He's got Felipe Mora inside. He uses his body strength well. Diego Valeri, Paredes right-hand side. Here is Paredes on his left foot. Terrific save by Johnson. Wonderful counter-attack for Timbers was that the moment. Flag is up here.
Yeah, Niasgoda is offside as he goes to retrieve that ball. Johnson read the shot really well. He knows exactly what Paredes is going to do. Callens tried to dive in, was just brushed aside. Johnson set himself and makes a very good save. It's a nice height for him.
Last chance for New York City FC to win it. To break Portland Hearts. Clipped inside towards Castellanos, who stretches, can't quite bring it down. And the last opportunity for New York City FC to win it in extra time goes. And a shootout will be required to decide MLS Cup 2021. Castellanos for New York City FC in the shootout to draw first blood. Well, it was pretty much straight down the middle. It was all along the deck. It had enough power to beat Steve Clark, just.
And Clark knew what was coming. He just tried to stand there, and he was beaten by the pace. Castellanos, low, hard, just couldn't get that right hand to it, could he, Clark?
Well, Felipe Mora was 1 from 1 in the regular season. Steps up here for the Timbers, and Johnson makes a wonderful save to his right. He gets the correct way. Mora, the hero at the end of the 90, is denied in the shootout.
Good goalkeeper. Yes, it's not a great penalty, but this is a strong right hand, and he starts off behind the line. What a start for New York City FC.
Alfredo Morales, second up for New York City FC. He scored in the conference semi-final shootout against the Revs, but doesn't hit. Steve Clark across to his left-hand side denies Morales, and the Timbers are back in this.
Well, he has the little stop through his run-up. Tried to deceive Clark, but he read it well, Clark.
Diego Valeri scored in the shootout last season when the Timbers were knocked out. Oh, and Johnson makes another big save! Diego Valeri denied. Unbelievable.
Well, he's such a size, isn't he? He's got good spring, brilliant from the goalkeeper. Unfortunate for Valeri, possibly his last touch in a Timbers shirt.
Maxi Morales to step up here for New York City FC. Scored against the Revs. What about in the final for the Argentine? Makes no mistake. Clark goes the wrong way. Maxi Morales converts. New York City FC in control now, all right.
I think this hits the post, the inside of the post. Couldn't get much better than that, could you?
Moreno steps up. Never scored once for the Timbers. Big pressure. Santiago Moreno. Can he convert where the others haven't? He can, into the corner. Timbers still just about in this one. Giovanni Savarese applauds.
Good penalty. Good composure. Just wraps his foot round it. Doesn't go right in the corner, but Johnson goes the wrong way on that occasion. Great moment for him.
Thales Magno didn't take one against the Revs. Here comes the Brazilian. Can he convert? He can. Not the most forceful. Clark looked to try and change and readjust the feet, but it goes into the back of the net.
Could he have done better, Clark? I think he just tries to stand there, hoping that Magno would go down the middle. And it wasn't far off the middle, was it? And he still couldn't get a touch on it.
Paredes needs to convert this one, or that is that. Up he steps against Sean Johnson, finds the back of the net with some ferocity and velocity.
Yeah, the last two penalties for the Timbers have been good. Down the middle, plenty of height, so the trailing leg of the goalkeeper can't make contact with the ball. Well, this is it.
Well, Callens netted the winning spot kick against the Revs, and the Peruvian steps up here to seal the deal for New York City. Can he beat Steve Clark from 12 yards in the shootout to give MLS Cup to New York City FC? It's an Empire State of Mind, all right. New York City FC win MLS Cup 2021. A wonderful spot kick from Callens, belted into the back of the Timbers net. New York City FC have won the shootout here. The Portland Timbers denied, and Providence Park is Bronx Blue.
Disappointing, but disappointing just because we work so hard. Because sometimes the game can be cruel. You know, we show why Portland is a special place. I think anyone that saw this match, or overseas, everywhere in the United States, understand what this is soccer city. And I think today we took Major League Soccer to a higher stage.
So, Sean Johnson, one of the heroes of the final with those two spot kicks, can lift the trophy for New York City FC here, the Philip F. Anschutz Trophy. As the rest of the squad wait to be declared the 2021 MLS Cup winners, and it's thoroughly deserved.
I'm so proud of the boys. I'm so grateful to be a coach of this team. And you see the honest work, how they deal with hard times during the game. They come back, how they support each other, give everything for the club and for each other. That was amazing. And they are winners now. They are winners, and that's going to be there forever.
It feels unbelievable to be able to call ourselves champions. What a ride so far. This journey was crazy this year. So many ups, so many downs, and we talked amongst ourselves before the game and just said it's a massive opportunity to make it all worth it. And this is what we live for, these moments, to be the MVP of the finals. It means the world, but it means so much more to lift a cup for this club.
So congratulations to New York City FC, this year's MLS Cup champions. Ronnie Dyler's team did it the hard way, eliminating the East's first and second seeds on their travels, and then winning in Portland to secure the club's first ever MLS Cup. 2021 has been full of stories in Major League Soccer. Never scripted, never serene, and never short on entertainment.
My name with respect.
What a way to kick off the season for Seattle! And a new MLS record. The Sounders are unbeaten in 13.
Legend in my own right. I don't buy own rights.
The perfect ending.
Leave a legacy. Pyramid my whole life. Legends never die. Legends never die. Yeah. Never compromise you. I'ma take your prize. Legends never die. Legends never die.
A century of strikes, Joseph Martinez.
They say legends never die, no.
All aboard the choo-choo train, Ricardo Pepi.
Now it's my time to rise up.
Clock, what a finish! 15.5-minute hat-trick from Javi Mukhtar.
And they've done it, 73 points on the season, a record-setting season for the New England Revolution.
New England Revolution! Legend in my own right.
Valentin Tati Castellanos is just next level.
Legends never die, legends never die. Yeah. Never compromise you. I'ma take your prize. Legends never die, legends
And the storybook season continues for Benny Sartini.
The end of the road for LAFC.
Tamir Krylock has just sent RSL to the playoffs.
Best in the last, baby!
Fastest goal!
It's real, all right. It's real Salt Lake.
New York City have pulled off the upset. Larry's Bobbiala!
Tyler Smackdown, it is New York City.
The Portland Timbers will host MLS Cup.
Castellanos and Mora! A breakthrough moment for the boys from the Bronx.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.